Hello guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video. BoomBren back, and as you can tell, it's another episode of SMS, Super Minecraft Survival, and today I have for you more weapons in vanilla Minecraft, one command. Okay, so to install this, all you need to do is do /give, then you hit tab for your name, and then you type in COMM, then hit tab, and then hit enter. And then you got your command block. You place it down, and you paste in the command using Control V or Command V. Depends on whatever kind of computer you have. Then you activate it with some sort of activation device, and it just starts going, towering up until it pastes into your world. So here we go. Here are more weapons by BoomBren. Then you click that to remove machine, but I don't want to do that. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is the shields. It adds in 2 new shields, 1 new sword, which is like the main focus, and a new bow. So the first shield you can get is an iron shield. And how you get that is you're going to need 3 iron blocks and a pumpkin, because you're going to need an iron golem. And you're going to need a way to get XP. But ball of enchanting is the easiest way, but any form of XP will work, because the main cost is in the iron. And so you get your iron golem, and you get enchant in XP orbs on him, and he blows up. And so after this, there's a chance of it spawning in multiple shields. Like this time it spawned in 2. I think there's a maximum of 4. So once you get your shields, you want to put them in the 9th slot. So like if you just put in the 9th, you put in the 9th slot, and so when you hold over the iron shield, you get a resistance 1 effect and a knockback resistance effect. So if I were to get in a skeleton and go into game mode survival, he can't knock me back at all. So yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, let me just change this to that. Okay, so it killed him. So yeah, but the cool thing about this is if you don't want the explosion, you can just turn mob griefing off. So now when I do it, oh, did it update? Well, that doesn't work then, apparently. I must be spawning in TNT. I forgot. Anyway, so that time I got 3 shields. Or 2, I don't know. But it has to be in the 9th slot for it to work. Okay? So that's the first shield. I'll keep 1 of those, and I'll just clear my inventory. Keep that right there. Okay. So the next shield that you want to get is the magic shield. And how you get that is you're going to need a cauldron, a witch, so I'll just get a spawn egg, and a nether star, because this is a good shield. And so when you put a witch in a cauldron and you throw another star at her, boom, there's an explosion. It's bigger than the other one, and you only get 1 shield from this. So what the magic shield does is you have to be holding it, and let's get a skeleton, and get into survival. So if whenever he tries to shoot at me, his arrows disintegrate into the things, as you can tell. But if I do get hit, so it doesn't work at close range, you get jump boost effect, and you can jump once, but if you jump twice, you're gonna hurt. So only jump once. And you pretty much have to jump immediately or else you'll get hurt. So, get back into creative. So I'm gonna need let's get diamond sword. Okay, so that's pretty much what the magic shield does. So, but it's really useful if you're going up against, it's really good for like ranged attacks. And so if you're going up against a ton of skeletons, like just tons of skeletons. Like, I don't know when you'd ever see that many skeletons, but maybe. So, if I go into survival, they can't hurt me. They're all just going to try and shoot at me, but they're just hurting each other because the arrows just disintegrate. Yep. So I'm just going to go back into creative and just kill those guys, except for a couple. Okay, so I killed them all. So next up, I'll keep that right there. Next up, see, this is how it kind of tied in with the Ender Shield from last episode. But anyway, so next up, we're going to get the a new item, the new bow that I'm calling the snare bow, so you need a cobweb, which you need silk touch to get. That's where it's kind of expensive. And you need a bow, and you need a spider in your world. So wherever this spider is, you just throw your cobweb and your bow at him, and he explodes. And he has the little firework thing, because I thought that'd be cool for this one. And it drops down just like all of the other ones, and you get a snare bow. And this one you have to equip in the second slot. And you'll see like why I skipped the first one in a minute. But whenever you shoot the snare bow, it renames the arrow Snarrow. So if I get a skeleton and I shoot, oh, it's catching the item frames, but it'll trap them. So let me just go a bit further away. With spiders don't really work because they're immune to cobwebs. So if I take some zombies, for example, and shoot them, they get trapped in the cobwebs, but you don't. And you can also, while you're holding the snare bow, you can cut away these. But you can also do it without damaging them. So if I were to just shoot it near him, it would still catch him. So that's a good way to catch stuff without giving them damage. And the good thing about this is you can still, what you can do with this is if you get an enchantment table, you can still enchant it. So that's why I left it without any enchantments. So like I can give it power 1 and it still works just like before. So that's cool. So I'll keep that right there. And next up, finally, what we have, well, let me just clear these cobwebs. Okay, so finally, we have the hero sword, which is the toughest item to get. So well, for this one contraption. So what it takes is, I'm just going to go ahead and get a sword. What it takes is I replaced one of the wither skeleton spawn things with, instead of it dropping a wither skull, it will now drop a broken hero sword. So it's a rare drop. So if I made it so he definitely drops it. So I got the broken hero sword, and it's got some durability off, and it only does 4 damage. And so what you do with this, and you might be wondering, like, oh, how do I get wither skulls then? I'll show you that right after I show off the broken hero sword, because you're going to need another star to get the magic shield. So what you do, you need the magic shield, and you're going to need a piece of obsidian. Wrong thing. Piece of obsidian. So you take your piece of obsidian, and let me just go ahead and get into survival, because this guy, let me heal myself, / BoomBren, instant health. Okay, heal myself. So if you toss the broken hero sword, and the magic shield onto an obsidian, this guy will spawn in. And it's this super fast guy called the Risen Soul, and he does a ton of damage, because he has, he killed me. He is tough. Oh, whoop, wrong button. Where's the, nope, let me just go into creative. So, let me just go ahead and kill this guy. So when you kill the Risen Soul guy that spawns, you will now get the hero sword. And I would recommend you have like diamond armor. When you fight him, I had no armor. So, So, what this does, the hero sword, is it activates the first time you hold it. But you put it in your first slot. And let me just get some like zombies. and stuff. So actually, let me get some. I'll show you like what this thing can do. Okay, so let me get some stone and a sapling and some bone meal. So what this guy will do is that, say you're fighting a bunch of mobs and you're in your Minecraft world. This is your Minecraft world, okay? Just imagine it is. So you're fighting a bunch of mobs, and this is actually does one more damage than the the diamond sword. So once you deal enough damage and you hit enough guys, I need some more. /summon zombie. Everything catches on fire, and your world, which is just some basic blocks. I would add more, but just not enough. But what it does, it changes grass and dirt into wool. It changes stone into sponge. It changes logs into melon, and it changes leaves into glass. So if I just have, and it does it, and it also sets everybody on, all entities around you on fire. But don't worry, this fire, it won't spread. As long as you're holding the golden sword and you take it out, and you can put them out, but I mean, there's a timer after you don't hold the thing where you can still put it out because it changes the fire tick delay. Anyway, so yeah, and the cool thing about this is, just like the bow, you can take an enchantment table and you can enchant it. And so the more you enchant it, the less times you have to hit something to get it to do the fire thing, and also dust particles, and it's cool. And there is a radius, it won't burn you, and yeah. So how you get the wither skulls now? Okay, so there's 2 different ways you can get them now. So let me just get some zombie heads, some wither skeleton heads, not some wither skeleton heads, but just skeleton heads, and obsidian. So now you can take any type of head and throw it down with some obsidian, and it'll give you 1. So as you know, with the 1.8 update, if you take a powered creeper, lightning creeper, and it blows up near a mob, it will drop their head. Well, you got the wither skeleton head, but now if you do it with a skeleton head, you'll get 3 skulls. So you can fight the wither once, and then you get another star. You're like, why do you do that? Well, because of my end enhancement mod, there's a way to farm those end souls, which are heads, and that's an easier way to, to get it. So I gave you 1 way to summon in 1 wither pretty easily, and then you can just farm to get the rest. It's not easy, but it's easier than just taking 3 zombie heads to get it. It's just way simpler. But yeah, so that's about it for this episode. Comment what you guys would like to see, like in more one-command creations, more of these SMS creations. I already have the next 2 planned out, but any other ones I would love to hear. Thank you guys so much for watching. BoomBren out.